And then David? As an extension of that dialogue, one of the things we have to be cognizant of is we are talking to different audiences. There is the paradigm shift for those folks that we talked about yesterday who, in looking for the doctor, are going in not because they're looking to extend their lives, but because, as the panel shared yesterday, are really looking to address a malady they have or optimize just their current state of life. And so that addresses an audience that's now that grassroots level. The paradigm shift of taking them from their current lives where they're consumed by everything that they're doing, the challenges that they have, and getting them to think about a number like you suggested today of 1,500 years, it's going to be hard for a lot of people to get their heads around that. So from a content perspective, that's one of the dialogues. We then have a dialogue with the financial community that we look at to say, you know, who is it that would be interested in participating on a funding level? So it's a matter of finding the continuity in the message so it translates all the way through. But that then feeds ultimately the kind of content that comes into play. In all candidness, the moment, Robert, that you start talking about the angel and the image, you know, and I'm thinking about what this cartoon may be, I might not get it. And so, but that doesn't mean that there's not a right audience for that piece of content or that message to be shared with. And I think that's part of why you've got us all here today, David, as well.
John, are you suggesting that we have different audiences for different messages, or that we tone down our message to give people something they can relate to or link to?
Well, I'm saying, number one, that we can't make a marketplace. We have something that has got a broad appeal, but there are different ears and different reactive dynamics that those audiences have. And so I'm saying that we're talking to different audiences, and we have to approach those audiences in different ways. What may appeal to my father, who's in ICU, is different than what would appeal to my 20-year-old son versus, you know, where I am in my stage of life. My life experiences, my capabilities to understand and implement the things that we're talking about into my own life.
But I've got an example of a 5-minute video, which I'd like to show later, our organization has produced, which is content-driven, and it talks about something that Mike West alluded to yesterday, which is critical and very important and economically driven, which is global aging, which is referred to as the global aging asteroid, because it is going to, within 20 years, wipe out all of our hopes and dreams for almost anything. And it's been largely ignored, but it is a dramatic economic shift, the demographic shift. So as a message, as a 5-minute media message, I'd like to just play that, not necessarily right now, but maybe after lunch.
Let's play it immediately after lunch.
Yep. As an example.
Get Joe a mic that works. There, that's live. Here we go.
Yeah, I'll give you a little bit of content. Headline, New Pandemic. Subheadline, if you think the swine flu is bad, there's a plague that will cause 100,000 deaths a day, and no vaccine will stop it.
Wow.
First, got your attention, right? The story I'm about to tell you is the absolute truth, as strange as it may seem. We have experienced a plague that has killed approximately 100,000 people a day, and the press has never even reported on it. But there is hope. If all goes well, within the next 10 years, scientists will have figured out a cure for this plague before too many people pay with their lives. What is the plague, and how could it be stopped? Read on.
Wow.
The plague is simply old age. Now, before you laugh, I want you to think about something. Each day, 100,000 people on our planet die from age-related disease or simply old age. If we could reverse the ravages of old age, eliminate disease, we could live well into our hundreds and beyond. No more wasted lives or incurable diseases that now surround our planet. And since science is moving so quickly, if we can take care of ourselves now, and I go on. But the point I wanted to make is it creates curiosity. It ties in with what's happening now, the pandemic, and we can, at that particular point in the ad, put in an existing product that we could monetize and sell to raise money. One of the things that I'm very excited about our company is that we have a product that when we explain it to people and we show them, they all say, my God, that's $1 billion a year company. If that is the case, and I hope it is, we could fund all of this. Now, there may be other products out there that could be monetized and also fund a lot of this. I think we could do it by ourselves without having to depend on outside sources for investment. I think we have the wherewithal, the knowledge of the products, and I'm very excited about it, and that's my little contribution.
Too bad you can't write copy. Yeah, good copy.